Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 2 on complex integration. In lecture number 1 we have taken introduction of contour integral, and now we are familiar with contours, and we will discuss in this lecture that how we can evaluate given contour integral. So as we have discussed in previous lecture that contour is nothing but it is the union of finitely many smooth curves, or another name for contour is piecewise smooth curve. And as we have discussed that if we are given a contour in the complex plane, then we can represent it in the parametric form in this way: z equal to xt plus I times y of t, where t lies between two real numbers a and b. So in short, we can write z as a function of one variable t. Now suppose we are given some complex function, say f of z, which is piecewise continuous on a given contour c, and suppose we want to find out integral of this complex function along this contour c from t equal to a to t equal to b, or between any 2 points, say z0 and z1, which are on this contour c. Then what we will do is we will try to convert all these things from complex variable z to real variable t. So we will convert everything in terms of only one variable t. For example, I can represent z as a function of t. So in the given function, I will replace z by z of t, or I will replace z as a function of t, and this dz can be rewritten as dz by dt times dt. Using chain rule, we can represent dz in this way. Now we know that z is a function of t, therefore we can find out ordinary derivative of z with respect to t, and we can write dz as dz by dt times dt. And once we convert everything in terms of variable t, then here we will integrate from t equal to a to t equal to b. So this is our definition of complex line integral or contour integral. Suppose we are given some contour c denoted by z equal to z of t, where t is in between a and b, and if we want to find out contour integral of complex function f of z, which is piecewise continuous along this contour c, then we will convert everything in terms of variable or parameter t, and we will convert this complex line integral into integral of real function or real integral, and using the laws of real integration we will be able to determine this integral. So our aim in this contour integration or complex line integral is to convert given function from two variables, say x and y, to single variable which we call as parameter t. If required, we can use definition of given curve in which we can convert either y in terms of x or x in terms of y, and we will consider either x as parameter or y as parameter. So all these things will be clear once we start with examples of contour integrals. But this is the idea of contour integral or complex line integral. So I have written this systematically here. Suppose we have some contour c which is represented by z as a function of t, where t is a parameter lying between two real numbers a and b. Suppose f of z is some piecewise continuous complex function defined on this contour c, then line integral or contour integral of this function f along c is denoted by this, and it is defined in this way. So you can see I have converted everything from z to parameter t, which is a real variable, and we have converted complex line integral into real integral, and using this we can easily evaluate given contour integral. So we understand this with the help of one example. Here I am asked to evaluate integral of this function, which is f of z equal to z bar along curve C, which is the straight line from z equal to 0 to z equal to 1 plus I. So first we write down given function, which is z bar. Z bar is the conjugate of a complex variable z, and we know the definition of z bar. We know that if z is x plus iy, then z bar is obtained by replacing I by minus I in z equal to x plus iy. So we want to evaluate integral of z bar along curve C, which is the straight line from z equal to 0 to z equal to 1 plus I. We can roughly sketch this part. It is the straight line passing through origin, and suppose this is 1 plus I, and here we have z equal to 0, and we want to evaluate along this curve C. This is x axis, this is y axis. So we know that this curve C, given curve C, is straight line, and we know that equation of straight line is y equal to x, and or we can write x equal to y, and we want to integrate along this portion of the straight line. So at this point value of x is 0. This we can rewrite as order pair 0 0. This we can rewrite as order pair 1 1. So here value of x is 0, and at this point value of x is 1. So we can represent this as y equal to x, where x lies between 0 and 1. All we will do is we will try to express the given contour in terms of single variable using the equation of given curve. For example, suppose our curve is circle, say x square plus y square equal to say 4. Then we will use parametric representation of circle. We will consider x equal to 2 cos t and y equal to 2 sin t, where t is in between 0 and 2 pi if we want to integrate along whole circle. So here we are using parametric representation of circle x square plus y square equal to 4, where r is radius 2 and we have origin is 0 0. Here if we wish we can represent y in terms of x. So here we will have y equal to plus or minus square root of 4 minus x square, but this is not comfortable. If we are using parametric form, then that is going to be comfortable. So whenever required we will use parametric form. Here it is easy to write y in terms of x, so we are using y equal to x, that is we are using x as parameter. If you wish you can write this as z equal to x plus iy, and we have y equal to x, so that is x plus ix, and x lies between 0 and 1. And suppose we want to use parameter t, then we consider x equal to t, so we will have t plus I times t, where t lies between 0 and 1. So either you can use this or this. Here we consider x itself as parameter. Here we take x equal to t, and because x and y are same, here we have y equal to t. So we are going to use this representation to evaluate given integral, and these two are equivalent because here t and x are dummy variables. Either we use x or t or any other variable, it does not matter. Now once we write given curve in terms of only one parameter, then using that definition of curve. Now here I have z equal to x plus I times x, and if I take x common, I will have 1 plus I times x. And if you have seen in the definition that we will express our function in terms of parameter, here our parameter is x, so we will write f of z in terms of variable x. Similarly, we will write this part dz in terms of parameter. So we will require dz by dt, and here our parameter is x, so we will find out dz by dx. So now I have z equal to x plus ix, that is 1 plus I times x. So I can differentiate z with respect to x, and here I have 1 plus I and derivative of x is 1. So therefore dz can be written as 1 plus I times dx. So I will replace dz by 1 plus I times dx. Similarly, I require my function in terms of variable z. Our function is z bar, and we know that if we have z equal to x plus iy, z bar is x minus iy, and let me write one more step. F of z is x minus I y, and now we know that along given curve x and y are equal, therefore I write y equal to x, and if I take x common, I will have 1 minus I times x. Therefore I have converted f of z in terms of x, and dz is also converted in terms of x. So I write f of z equal to 1 minus I times x. dz is 1 plus I times dx, and x lies between 0 and 1. So everything we have converted in terms of x. Z bar is 1 minus I times x, dz is 1 plus I times dx, and now if we consider this representation x plus ix, then x lies between 0 and 1. So once we convert f of z in terms of parameter, here parameter is x, then we convert dz in terms of parameter x only. We can now substitute everything in the given complex integral. Now given complex integral is z bar with respect to z. So now I will replace z bar. Z bar is f of z. Let me write one more step. We have written f of z equal to z bar. So now we put f of z equal to 1 minus I times x. Let me write here 1 minus I times x. This is f of z. dz is 1 plus I times dx. So I replace dz by 1 plus I times dx, and we can see everything is in terms of only one variable x, and here integration is with respect to x. So we write down limits for variable x, and we are integrating along curve C, in which x is from 0 to 1. Here at this point x is 0, and at this point x is 1. Therefore we consider x from 0 to 1. Now this is problem of real integral. We know that these two are independent of x, so we can take them outside, or before that we can multiply them, and we will have 1 minus I into 1 plus I is 1 minus I square, and x dx, I square is minus 1, so this is 1 minus minus 1, that is going to be plus 1, or we can write one more step. I square is minus 1, integral of x with respect to x, and this becomes 2, and if we integrate x with respect to x, integral is x square by 2, and limits of x are from 0 to 1. 2 will get cancelled and we are left with integral from 0 to 1. If we put x equal to 1, we have 1 square minus 0 square and we have 1. So we find that integral of z bar along the line from z equal to 0 to 1 plus I is 1. So you can see this is very easy. All we are doing is we are converting our complex integral or contour integral in terms of real integral, and for that first we find out the equation of given curve and we convert that curve or we express that curve in terms of single variable, and that single variable we consider as parameter for our calculations. Here we consider x as parameter, and using this z equal to x plus ix, we convert our function in terms of single variable, that is 1 minus I times x, and using this expression of given curve z equal to x plus ix, we find out dz in terms of dx only, and then we substitute all these quantities in the given contour integral, and given contour integral becomes real integral, and that we can easily evaluate. So this is how we can find out or evaluate complex line integrals or contour integrals. And we stop here, and we will continue with this type of problems in upcoming lectures. Thanks for watching.